As spring 2020 comes to a close, I feel like it's important to take a look back at what shows really stood out. Of course, there was Tower of God and Kaguya-sama, which were debatably just as good as they were hyped up to be. But honestly, if you had read the manga or manhwa and considered the supervision of the studios that were doing the animation, then they were really going to succeed no matter what. What I believe the hidden gem in our spring selection had to be Yesterday no Uttate, or Sing Yesterday for me.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, and fuck you, I'm...
And now you're like, what the fuck about Fruit Basket Season 2? And I'm like, yeah, it was good, but like, it's just another wholesome slice of life. In Fruit Baskets, like every other wholesome slice of life, it's asking you to look inwards and consider many life questions about who you are as a person. For Yesterday no Uttate, there is only one thing that it's trying to tell you, and it's something that you already know. That when you're an adult, you have to make decisions. The story revolves around Riko Uzumi and his love square between his college friend Shinako, another girl that took interest into him when she saw him working at his part-time job, Haru, and his love rival for Shinako, Ro. Uzumi throughout the entire story is used to depict the struggles of being indecisive. At the beginning of the story, he has no career path, as he decided to laze around because he didn't know what to do after he graduated from college. From there, he slowly decides that there is something that he wants to do, something that means something to him, that he wants to pursue. Asking and trying to answer the question of what I want to do in the future. It is Uzumi, after attempting and taking chances to pursue his goals of becoming a photographer, from initially being a convenience store clerk, that he finds himself on a path that he wants to take, all because he made a decision.
It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who are you? And what do you want?
Pizza. When Uzumi fails to make a decision, in the case of him trying to hook up with his college friend Shinako, due to them moving apart because of their lack of seriousness of their relationship, things fall apart. They move on as they realize that they are not meant for each other. Noticing that they have feelings for another, but they have stronger feelings for Haru and Ro. It is because of this indecisiveness that Uzumi and Shinako realize that they hurt the ones who care the most.
Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want?
What do I want?
What makes the story flow so well is the basic feeling that time isn't what matters here, not even how their relationships are going to be finalized in the last episode, raising the question of how could a show that doesn't make you want to know more about the story be good? What makes it so interesting is the harmony of the anime and the passing of time in real life and the story itself. You see, every week there would be another episode that came out, but it was that weekly wait that made me realize that their meaningless struggles were something that was almost parallel in mine, that their time scripts were my time skips, somehow making me a part of the story even though in reality I didn't have any desire to know more of what was going to happen. The anime acting as if it was that sit down and talk with a friend I hadn't seen in a while, because you want to catch up.
Every 60 seconds,
Anime.
a minute passes.
This is no better justified by how everything is from Uzumi's perspective, even though it may fixate on other characters. You see, Uzumi from the beginning to end is always seen as either the good guy or admitting to his mistakes. Furthermore, there is no real growth from any other person in the story. Ro and Haru stay the same from start to finish, being blunt as ever as to what they want, while Shinako, even though she tries to move away from her past, continues to be stuck by choosing Ro, almost as if she hasn't grown at all. While Uzumi, the only person that with growth, figures out what he needs to do to move forward. He knows now that it is important to make decisions, and that there is not going to be someone telling you how to live your life, that you need to figure that out on your own. It is this lack of character development from all the other characters in the love square, and their scenes only ever relating to Uzumi, that this is just a second-hand telling from our protagonist, because this is Uzumi's story about himself and not someone else, so obviously he's going to be ignorant of other people's changes that don't relate to him.
I know you can hear me, you selfish bastard.
Come on!
Yesterday no Utate's embodiment as an animated version of catching up between you and an old friend is what makes it truly a slice of life. My lack of care for what the series ended up like, and yet I still watched more, is what makes it so interesting to me. and what makes Yesterday no Uttate so good.